Hey everyone, and welcome to this video. In today's video, I wanted to show you how I did this look and also talk about some of my favorite products right now, which I feel like are sometimes not the most talked about products, or maybe they've been talked about, but you don't see them talked about often. So I wanted to come on here and show you maybe a couple things that you've seen at Sephora or seen online, but haven't really tried because I haven't heard a lot about it. And maybe today you can see it and find something new that you love. So if you guys want to see how I got this look here and see some products, then please keep watching. And so usually once I put my skincare on, I will go in and shave my little brow hairs. I honestly have not gotten my brows done in years. I just use one of these little razors to shave the little hairs off. And personally, I get these brow razors from Big Lots. These ones are the Bio Swiss brand. They come in a pack of 3 for $2, $1. So I know you can get them on like Amazon. There's like a brand a lot of people get them on Amazon for like $5 to $7. Personally, I feel like that's way too much to pay for these, like, because you really only use them a couple times when you throw them away. So I would suggest checking out Big Lots. So as I said, I do have more dry skin, but since I'm using like this glow stick and it does have oils in it, moisturizing oils, or I normally use some type of moisturizing oil, I have found putting a little bit of a mattifying primer can kind of help my makeup last better throughout the day. And then for our foundation, instead of going in with a foundation, I'm actually just gonna use 2 concealers, which I know what you're thinking. You're like, you're gonna cake concealer all over your face. I'm not gonna use a lot, but I'm gonna use the NARS concealers. I have 2 shades here. I'm gonna start with the one that matches my face a little bit more to cover. And I'm just gonna kind of like put it where I have my little dots. And this is kind of taken from Desi Perkins. I saw her do her kind of foundation, if you will, routine like this. And I wanted to try it. And then I do a little bit up here, just to like add a little bit of perfecting, and then on my nose. The main reason why I've been doing my makeup like this is because my skin was going through it this summer. And I've really boiled it down to, I think it's just the humidity and the hot weather. I originally from Colorado, where there's a really dry climate. I'm using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I don't know, I just recently got it and I really like it. But anyway, I'm from Colorado where it's really dry, and now I live somewhere super humid, so. Okay, I had to delete some stuff on my camera. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like such a wreck right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been so long since I've done a video, and like I can feel that I'm just like. But now we're gonna do our like highlighting concealer. Oh, I didn't even tell you. On the face I used the shade Macadamia from NARS, and then on the under eye and for my highlight I'm gonna use Vanilla, which is kind of a bright shade, but I really like to have really brightened areas of my face. So this is the Real Techniques sponge. I just recently started trying these out a few months ago. This one's a brand new one, as you can see, but I have been using them. And I just never felt like there was anything that could compare to the Beauty Blender. All the other sponges were always like way too firm, just not the right texture, didn't apply makeup the same. And then I saw someone's video where they were saying that they felt like Real Techniques changed their sponges and that they were so much better. And so one day I was at Target and I was like, okay, let's try it. So I bought one and I haven't turned back. I do still have a Beauty Blender that I use. This is from before I tried these. I honestly don't know if I'll buy Beauty Blenders anymore. I mean, like $5 versus $20. I'm gonna add a little bit more concealer right where I have my little, you know, a little bit of darkness right there. But I'm gonna wait for a second. I like to wait to do that till the last minute because I really don't want it to crease. So now I'm gonna kind of set my face. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Tinted Pressed Finishing Powder. This one's in the shade Light. As you can see, I like it. And I'm just gonna use a powder brush. This one's Sephora, number 55, and just kind of set my forehead. I've seen a lot of people, pretty much everyone on YouTube, kind of doing this method where they only set like their under eye, maybe a little bit on their forehead, maybe a little bit around their nose, but they leave like their jawline not set. I don't know how I feel about that, because I mean, I will wear my makeup for at least 10 hours a day. Like, I work for 8 hours. I don't take it off the moment I get home sometimes. Like, I wear my makeup for a long time. And I just don't see how not setting my whole face would be plausible in any world. But I really want to try it. I feel like it would look probably a lot more natural. You know, powder can sometimes sink into places, but I'm scared. So I set my whole face but left my under eye area, because now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. So we use the vanilla all underneath my eyes, but I'm actually gonna go back in with the macadamia just to get right in this little. I just find that when you go really, really bright with your concealer, it's great for brightening, obviously, but it's not really gonna conceal any type of darkness. And because your under eye darkness is usually more purple or more blue, you do need something a little bit more kind of peachy, which I do find that this shade is a little bit more peachy. Definitely a lot more peachy than the vanilla. So I find that that covers much better, and it stays covered way better throughout the day. And then to set my cheeks, I'm gonna go in, this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. Like this. I've used quite a few different shades of these. I actually think my favorite one, and I'm gonna use a beauty blender to set my cheeks right here. I'm not gonna set where I have pores, I'm just gonna set my cheek. I really like the Luminous Light one. That one's really nice if you kind of want more of like a highlighted look. This one kind of just gives you a nice smooth, but still kind of hydrated look. I just like trying different colors to see what they do. This is definitely more of a stale day type of a look. Some people don't like to set their cheeks with powder and things like that. But as I said, when you're working 8+ hours and you want to look somewhat glam, if not more, you kind of got to do these types of things. So then next, I'm going to set where I have like my more pore area and under my eye. I'm going to use my Up For Ever Ultra HD Micro Finishing Loose Powder. This has been one of my most tried and true products that I have used forever. And I'd say one of the best steps for helping this powder work is moisturizing before you use the powder. So I always take my Morphe setting spray and I focus it right on that area. And I kind of let it dry down. And then so I'm going to take my beauty blender with the powder. I just rub it right on the lid right there where there's usually product. I shake the thing first. And I'm just going to press it right on top. And so I mainly press it here on where I have pores, and then what's kind of left over on there, then I'll do under my eye. So I just want a very thin layer under my eye. I think a lot of people are scared of this powder because they try to bake with it. I would absolutely never in a million years bake with a powder like this. This is a smoothing powder. This is not a powder that you bake with. It's not. If you use too much of this, you will get a flashback because you have to use it properly. I will say it does drive me a little bit crazy when you see people use things and give things a bad review, but they're using it improperly. That really kind of grinds my gears because it's like, that's a great product and you're just going to educate yourself on how to use it. So let's move on to eyes, shall we? So I'm gonna start by, of course, just priming my eyes with a little bit of concealer. I'm just gonna use my NARS one again. Okay, so for the matte shades, I'm gonna use a product that we all know of. Okay, it's nothing new, it's no surprise. I'm just gonna use the Soft Glam palette for the matte shades because the shimmer shades are amazing. But we do need some matte stuff to kind of go underneath. So I'm gonna just kind of speed through the matte shade part, and then I'll stop when I get to the metallic shade part. Okay, so we pretty much got our matte colors on top. So now let's do our beautiful shimmery shades. And the products I wanted to show you, this is the Kaja, what are they called? It doesn't say on here what exactly they're called, but they're from the brand Kaja, and they're called something like the Bento Trios or something like that. This one's in the shade Toasted Caramel. And this one is Rosewater. These are my two favorites. This one, as you can see, are like some pinks, and these ones are like golds and browns. Today I'm gonna use this one. I really love this one for when I want to do more pink looks. Let me show you. So it comes with 3 shimmer shades. And when I saw these, I was really like, 3 shimmer shades? Like, what am I gonna do with 3 shimmer shades? Like, I need mattes. But then when I saw how these perform, I was like, oh. So that's the lightest one in here. Second shade. I'd say these are this shade reminds me a lot of the Huda, the Rose Gold palette. Reminds me of shades in the Rose Gold palette. So if you want more of those kind of just like shimmery shades and not so much of the other mattes that come in there, or like the other shimmery shades if you just want the pinks, these are a really great option. And this one's the Toasted Caramel, or Caramel, however you will. So this one's kind of more of a gold. So that's like kind of more of the highlight shade. You can't see that one as much because it kind of matches my little spray tan hands. And then, but I'm gonna use it on my face, so don't you worry, girlfriend. And then that one's like a deeper brown. So I kind of left that middle part out to use these. So I'm gonna take the darker shade first. And I recently took off my nails, as you can see. Let me zoom a little bit. I recently took off my nails and it's been fantastic. Everything's so much easier. So kind of use it in the outer portion there. And then I'm going to take the middle shade that's a little bit lighter and pop that right in the middle. And then I'm going to kind of use a brush to perfect it. So it really creates that really pretty dimension. And they actually do have at least one of these trios that I know of that comes with matte shades in it. I think it comes with 2 mattes and a shimmer. So there are other options as well. These are just the 2 that definitely stood out the most to me. I will probably just keep continuing to buy all of them because they're just so pretty. They give just the right amount of glitter. It's like so glittery, so glowy. I love it. So now I'm going to take the lightest shade. I'm going to use this little Morphe M558 fan brush. Oh my god, I love it so much. Don't mind my two little piercing holes there back when I had my double eyebrow piercing. If you do still have that, rock on, man. Okay, so now I'm going to take the darkest shade again. I'm going to put a bit of that underneath my eye. And to be honest with you guys, if I was doing this, like I wanted it to wear all day at work or whatever, I would probably like re-wet my concealer or do my eyes first when my concealer is still wet, something like that to help this stick better. I think it's important to talk about that. I think I'm going to take this burnt orange again. I'm going to take that rustic shade. So now the last thing I'm going to do to kind of help blend out that edge is I'm going to take, this is the Shade and Light Contour Duo. It just comes with the light and dark shade. This one's the light one, and then they also have the medium and then the dark. I do use that for my under eyes, but right now I'm going to use this kind of taupey shade. Oh my god. I wouldn't swirl it like that. Okay, just going to tap. And I'm just going to take a little brush and use that to blend out this edge. So I'm gonna go off camera and finish up the other eye. This is how we're looking so far. And while I'm off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and do my winged liner, just because we've all seen that a million times. But the one I'm going to use, this is the Benefit Roller Lash Liner. I love this liner. It's one of my favorite ones that's kind of come out recently. It has more of the felt tip, so I'm gonna do that and then I'll be back to show you my mascara. Okay, so I finished up the eyes and I ended up taking a little bit of the deepest shade and adding it right on top just to kind of tie it all together. And I want to note that my lashes are quite long these days, and it is not because they normally grow that way. It's because of this, the Grandelash MD Lash Enhancing Serum. I cannot say enough good things about this serum. This is like the third one I've bought. This one's actually just like the 6-week one. I think it's $34 for this size, or they also have like a bigger one that's more expensive that lasts longer, but I find it's, you know, sometimes you just feel better buying the cheaper one. You don't feel as bad spending the money. But this stuff freaking works. I'd say it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to really start seeing a big difference, but you will if you use it consistently every single night. And I draw it across. It has like kind of like a liner type brush on it, and I usually draw it across my lash line, but then I use kind of, it doesn't say this in the instructions, but I use like that little black part on there, and I kind of like paint it on my lashes too, like a mascara. And oh my god, my lashes are so long. So I'm gonna go in with my mascara now. This is actually a travel size because I got it in an influencer box. This is Pretty Vulgar mascara. I think it's called the Faux Reals mascara. I love it. And I'm telling you guys, it's all that serum. It's not me. I don't know if you can see, but amazing. I'm gonna do my eyebrows real quick while that dries. And so I like to go in first with my Benefit Gimme Brow Gel. This one's in the shade number 5. Sorry, it still has a sticker on there. I'm not gonna spend a million years trying to take it off. This is the Sephora retractable brow pencil. This one's in the shade Rich Chestnut, which is a little bit of a lighter brown. I switched a little bit lighter when I lightened my hair. And I kind of just messily fill it in. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This one's great because it really holds your brows in place, obviously. And then I take this little, so this one's a little bit different of a brush. It's normally on a brow pencil. It kind of has this like little teeth on it. And I use that to comb everything through. When I first started using this pencil, I didn't like this. I was like, oh, I wish I had a spoolie. But since I use this brow gel now, I actually really like it because it kind of helps shape the brows, put the hairs up. Don't worry, I'm not gonna leave the hairs up like that, but I do leave them up like that for a moment to let them dry. And then we're gonna kind of smooth them out a little bit. let's do our lashes. So these ones I've been freaking obsessed with. I just keep going back to them. These are the Kiss lashes in the style Chignon. I think that's how you say it. I don't know if there's a letter in there that's silent, but they look like this. They're kind of more like the wispy type of lashes. And this pack I want to say is like $12. I might have gotten on sale, I don't know. Anyway, not bad at all, not bad at all. I just haven't really been into like the more thick mink lashes as much anymore. I think because I've been using that growth serum. Normally I hate lashes like this with my normal lashes. It's just like, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. But the longer my lashes I've been getting, I feel like these blend in so well with my natural lashes, and it just gives the most beautiful, like fluttery, natural looking lash. So, and I'm gonna use my House of Lashes lash glue. This one's the dark one. This stuff will literally glue your life. And actually my camera's bad today. So I actually think I might go do my hair while my camera charges. So I'm gonna be back with nicer hair and we can finish our contour and all of our other stuff. So I'll be back. Okay, so we're back and I just put my lashes on. I'm gonna do a little bit of black eyeliner in my waterline. When you have brown eyes, sometimes having just that dark liner on your eye can look really nice and sultry. See, I feel like that added so much, like so like. So yeah, and by the way, that was the Urban Decay Glide On Eye Pencil in 0. So I'm gonna go and contour with my Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer. This one is in the shade Cappuccino, which is probably way too dark for my skin tone, but I like to be bronzed. I just really love this bronzer. I think it blends really easily. And then I go back in with my powder brush that I use and I kind of soften up this. This is yet another product that I feel like is so underrated and no one really talks about. The Benefit blushes. They're my all-time favorite. This one and then Gold Rush is another one that I have that I really love. And I really just go ham. That's what I love about these blushes, is that they build up a little bit slower. So I kind of like go in and I can be sure that I'm not gonna have like a stripe of pink across my face. So this is another product that I've never seen anyone talk about that I freaking love, and that some people may not like because they may not use it correctly, or like I feel like the way I use it is the way it's meant to be used. I don't know if it's true. So this is the Sephora Glow Stick. This one is in the shade number 1 Moonlight Shimmer. So this is like a balmy stick. This is what I've been using for highlight. I have not been using a shimmery highlight for a while. I feel like it just, shimmery highlight kind of emphasizes texture on my skin. Throughout the day, it doesn't look as natural. It can look a little crumbly. I just think that's my skin type because I have very dry skin. So this is something that I found that makes me look so glowy and just real, and I just love it. So I do all my makeup, all my powders, everything, and then I use this kind of as the last step. So I don't wipe it on my face. I would not suggest doing that ever with any type of stick on top of powder. That just seems like a disaster to me. I just take a little bit on my finger, rub it on there, and I tap all on this area. And then I'll take a teeny bit and put it here and here. Like the teeniest bit I'm putting, like barely anything. And then I take my pinky and I do my nose right here. And then like kind of between my brows. I don't go all the way down my nose. I really like to just have that glow right here. I think it looks a little bit more natural. And then you can do like here and here. I'm telling you, I'm using like what's left over on my finger for here and here. Because as the day goes on, your kind of oils will come through, and kind of this helps. I don't know. It's hard to explain until you try it. And then I take my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist. I freaking love this stuff. And I just, it's such a light mist, the best mister in the world. And it smells kind of like essence of Jolly Rancher, Watermelon Jolly Rancher. And I just leave that to give myself a nice glow. Okay, so let's finish up and do lips, and I think we'll finally be done. This video has been such a journey. It really has. I'm about to charge my battery about 65 times. So for lip liner, I'm going to use, this is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Wherever Walnut. Wherever Walnut, not whatever. And actually, I think a lot of people love this one, so it's not like this is news to anybody. And then for lipstick, I'm going to use, this is the MAC matte lipstick in Honey Love. Like a nice kind of nude, but not too light. And then for gloss, this is the Becca Glow Gloss in Rose Quartz. And that's our look, guys. What do you think? What do you think of the products we use? What do you think of the final look? I love it, but of course I do, because this is basically the look that I do every day. Not gonna lie, nothing new here. But these are just products I've really been into lately. A lot of them are products that, of course, I've seen them talked about, but I'd hardly say that they're the most talked about or like staple products for people. So I kind of want to come on here and show you guys a couple things that maybe you haven't seen a lot of, or maybe you've only seen one shade of it and now you see a different shade of it today. But I'm into it, guys. I'm into it. So please like this video if you did like it, and leave me a comment down below just to say hi. And if you haven't subscribed, I mean, I'm not gonna object if you want to subscribe, but I had a lot of fun filming this today. Sorry it was kind of a mess, and sorry if I left anything out. I probably did, but I was just kind of trying to remember every little thing, get back into the groove of this. So thank you for bearing with me. And yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I hope you continue to have an awesome rest of your week. And I'll see you on my next video, I guess. Bye.